Wasn't your mother's only boy, but her favorite one it seems. She began to cry when you said goodbye and sank into your dreams. Pancho was a bandit, boys. His horse was fast as polished steel. He wore his gun outside his pants for all the honest world to feel. Pancho met his match, you know, in the deserts out in Mexico. No one heard his dying words. Ah, but that's the way it goes. All the federales say could have had him any day. They only let him slip away out of kindness, I suppose. Lefty can't sing the blues all night long like he used to. I guess the dust that Pancho bit down south, some ended up and left his mouth. The day they let old Pancho alone, left his split for Ohio, where he got bred to go. There ain't nobody knows. All the federales say could have had him any day. They only let him slip away out of kindness, I suppose. Poets tell how Pancho fell. Lefty's living in a cheap hotel. The desert's quiet and Cleveland's cold, so the story ends were told. Pancho needs your prayers, it's true. Say a few for the tattoo. He only did what he had to do, and now he's growing old. All the federales say could have had him any day. They only let him slip away out of kindness, I suppose. A few great federales say could have had him any day. They only let him go so long out of kindness, I suppose.
Hey guys. If you can't tell by the song I'm going to stream, or the name of the stream, I'm going to be streaming more Gunslinger today. I kind of like setting the mood with songs like that. Hey Donut. Hey 4 Elemental. Hey Albertus. Hey Gabe. The song is called Poncho and Lefty. That recording is a cover that you won't find anywhere because it was recorded by my dad when he was with a band in the 70s or 80s, and the MP3 doesn't really... Like, myself, my dad, and my sister have the only copies of that MP3. Well, I put the MP3 in my Discord server, so if you go into the music channel, you can probably find it. Hey, Dad. Oh, hey, Razor. Yeah, my dad was one of the singers, and he was also the bass player. He wasn't the only singer of the band, but I don't know. Now, I know there's a full album. That was from a demo album they did at one point. And I know that... I think we have the demo sitting somewhere around the house, but it's an old cassette. And I think my sister digitized the whole thing, but I'm not sure off the top. I'm not sure if she's still got it around. So that's the only one of their songs that I've got. This game takes a really long time to load the first time. So I'm actually gonna stream this game for like a mission, maybe 2, and then switch over to Stalker until the end of the night.
I knew I needed resources if I was going to track down Roscoe Bob Bryant, and hunting Plumber looked like a good way to get rich quick. As the local vigilantes exposed him as the leader of the bandits, and put a generous price on his head.
Nope, not the quick shooter.
Plumber rallied his gang to plunder one
Shooter's
last
garbage.
gold mine before making their escape.
This is what I want.
That's where I thought I'd find him.
I'm gonna give dual-wielding Rangers a try. I have to read that one out loud. I like to play a cassette while I eat my baguette and yell at those who touch my spaghetti. That is terrible. I love it. What made my dad give up being in the band? My parents had my sister and they wanted to settle down. They were married for a while he was on the road, but he wanted to settle down.
My late father pointed out to me more than once. God made men. But Samuel...
Someone shot at... Okay, something just dropped me down to 10 FPS. So I am going to close my browser. Much as I would like to leave it open a little. So that I can check things like super chats. It's gonna do this to me again. It's gonna be a moment. Yeah, it's a blood moon tonight, so it's, you know. There we go. That should deal with my frame rate issues. I did not drop. Just in case. Cool. Something on my mouse pad. Odd. This is going to be like technical difficulties to stream. Okay, so that's the mine. Oh, I should have kept... Actually, I'm gonna run back up and grab the shotgun. No, it's too far back. Oh, I don't even need to. Yeah, it gets really annoying. It's like, it feels like it's crumbs or something, but I don't remember having anything here that'd get crumbs on my mouse pad. Does the engraving give you a tactical advantage? Yes. It actually does. The engraved versions are just better than the regular ones. It's odd. Am I going in the right direction? No, I'm not. Well, I guess I'll swap back to the rifle. Good job, me. Where's my golden rifle? There it is. Yeah, it's called a shotgun not because it shoots things, but because it fires shot, as in buckshot or bird shot.
It was the biggest gold rush since Sutter's Mill in '48. Unfortunately, prospectors weren't the only ones drawn to those riches.
Oh, there they are.
There were thieves, killers, robbing
Ow.
travelers.
Shit, I can't figure out where they are. I'm blind.
Like those that ran with Plummer. Some were just regular folks I knew from town.
That was largely my fault. I got really disoriented there.
You can't beat the innocents. You ain't beefing me.
Come on. There we go.
Charlie Crow, the blacksmith. James, who worked in the stable. Sam and Jeremiah Barber, the butcher's sons. Ordinary citizens who lived a double life. Stealing and thieving and murdering their neighbors.
These do make a pretty good close range weapon. Ah, shit. I figured I had enough concentration there to dodge another near-death experience. I guess not.
Plummer had a lot of men on his payroll.
Do I have any other David and Goliath types?
That son of a bitch pretended to protect the public with one hand,
Not off the top of my
while
head.
stealing them blind with the other.
I can probably find a few.
Defensive perimeter,
They are
which I had
interesting
no
kinds
idea how
of
to breach.
stories. It's a lot of dynamite.
I was outnumbered and in way over my head, but I was too damn stubborn.
One stray
to
bullet.
realize it.
One stray bullet and I go up.
They must have thought I was or had some kind of death wish. Seeing as there were barrels of gunpowder everywhere.
Who's shooting me? Who's shooting me?
One
There it
stray
is.
bullet, one stray spark, and I'd be blown to hell and gone.
Oh yeah, no, if you shoot the gunpowder here, you just die immediately.
No.
I can't shoot him yet. Oh, I can't shoot it because it's a bush.
I thought I was some kind of hero. I finally made it past and headed on to meet my destiny.
Wrong way. Wait, is there something up here? I feel like there might be. Maybe a secret or something? Probably not.
But first, I had something I needed to figure out. I had a few ideas on how to get into that mine, but once I made my decision, I knew there was no turning back. So my first thought was to enter the nearest mine portal. I saw an entrance. Made sense. It was the quickest way in, but that also made it more dangerous, as there would undoubtedly be enemy pickets posted along the way. Besides, once you enter a mine like that, it's easy to get all turned around. And that confusing maze of corridors wouldn't even be the worst of it. Some of those shafts could be as deep as hell.
I really do hate when every time you have to reload a double barrel it ejects both cartridges. Because they don't do that. It just makes reloading take longer.
A single stumble or misstep can easily end in a deadly plunge to oblivion. You're dead!
Yeah, I saw an image recently of... I'm taking the rifle back. Of a Tarrasque in what appeared to be a hot air balloon? Or, like, mounted to a hot air balloon? And great, I get the rifle back as I'm leaving the long-ranged area. Wait, I want that rifle back. Where'd I leave it? Here. No? Where is it? Where'd the damn rifle go? Shit. Okay. Oh, here it is. I just reloaded this thing. I guess because you unload it when you drop it to prevent you from losing ammo. $16 nat 20s? What kind of fucking rate? Are you playing with loaded dice?
Quick reflexes often make up for a lack of common sense.
Oh shit.
Luckily, I was never one to be easily bushwhacked.
I didn't even... I was so focused on the guy there that I didn't even notice.
I would just need to be careful not to blow myself to Kingdom Come. With all that gunpowder and dynamite everywhere, the body has to know what he's shooting at.
Yeah, this part is fucking terrifying. It will just end you if you miss a shot.
One bullet could have turned that mine into a dad-blasted tube. I freely admit that my plan of attack was not just moronic, but clearly insane. It's a good thing that I abandoned that ridiculous plan before I even tried it. Instead, I spotted a ladder. Way into
Here's all of the things that could have gone wrong, and now you have to play through them. Here's what I actually did.
It was a long way around, but that approach seemed more sensible at the time.
Your players burn bad dice. Is it like that door monster video?
That scaffolding scared the
They're bad dice, Ian. Yep, nope. I have my limits. These dice have to go.
Because even though I had a younger man's reflexes, no man can dodge a damn bullet while climbing down a rickety ladder.
Okay.
I needed to make a leap of faith. I was determined not to give up, however. As Sheriff Plummer seemed quite the despicable character. When the vigilantes discovered what the sheriff was up to, people were outraged. That 10,000 they put on his head would go a long way to helping me find old Bob.
Yeah, Door Monster is great.
It's my mission to settle that score come hell or high water.
I thought I shot you.
But first, I would have to make a choice. Take the elevator or climb the ladder.
I'm just gonna... Oh, right. It's been so long since I've fucking encountered a nugget of truth, I actually don't remember what they look like. I know that it's here. Where is it? Fuck. Where in the hell is it? No. No? It's here somewhere. Door Monster's gone back to weekly skits? Yeah, that's great. I'm really excited for Skyvault. The trailer looks really cool. Damn it. This thing has to be here somewhere. Clearly not. Up the ladder? Or up the elevator, maybe?
I picked the more convenient and more dangerous route.
There it is. I'm cool with that. I don't think I've ever taken the elevator before on this level. I saw it climb. There we are. And I take the ladder anyway. Unless this just puts me back to... What time is it where I am? 2 a.m. Yep, here's the... Fuck. Yeah, I think the last thing I watched from them was the Fallout 76 video, which was pretty funny. Right, this is the way I actually...
And the people of Nevada City deserve better.
Nevada City?
Damn it!
Well, I thought Plummer met his maker in Bannock, Montana.
Right, well, he was the sheriff of both places at one time or another, but that's neither here nor there.
I'm totally not making bullshit up as I go along.
Including my own.
Right, this bit. No, different bit. Cool. What's a sleep schedule? Nice. There we go. Now then, that is the boss arena. Ah, right, because I'm not supposed to be up there. There we go. The fucking character designs are so ridiculous. It's great.
This is gonna hurt. Well, this thing is just getting worse and worse for you. Ain't it? Henry Plummer was clearly unhinged, and I could see right away that this was gonna take some doing. I can shoot too!
Yeah, this boss fight's rough because he uses dynamite to try and get you out of cover. And if you look at the health bar, you can see he has a second form.
They're gonna bury you in a million pieces!
Shit. This is one of the more annoying fights.
They're gonna need a dustpan to pick you up! You can run, but you can't hide forever! You can shoot, but can you aim?
Yes. As evidenced by I just shot you in the face. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? There he is. I cannot. You can survive quite a few, and as long as you've still got concentration, a killing shot will do that. But if you use up all your concentration, a killing shot will just kill you. So you've got to be careful about it.
I'm going all medieval on your ass.
Shit. I'm also playing on True West difficulty. Normally you'd have a crosshair and a score and a combo or a combo tracker. Right, stay back here. I think I'm doing a little better this run. Seems to be almost down halfway. And I believe when it hits halfway, it gives you a checkpoint.
I'm going all medieval on your ass.
Let's try the rifle. Where'd he go?
You can't hide forever. I can shoot too. I need some help here.
There we go. Checkpoint.
Boys, take this cocksucker out. Shoot. Gotta give him that. I can kill you today.
Shit. Is there another one up there? No, just him. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Not even close. Sorry, I'm not paying much attention to the chat right now. I am a little focused on this. Oh. Okay, no. Ah. He sounds like a game show host. You can shoot, but can you aim? Yeah. This is one of the more annoying fights, just because of this bit where you have to deal with him and so many fucking people. Where is he? Oh, I think it starts you just before he calls in people. So at least there's that, so it's not immediately throwing you back into the fire. Come on. Sure. There we go. Ow. I dodged in the wrong way. I just stood there while he tossed... I just stood there and watched the dynamite land at my feet. Damn it, damn it, damn it! Already used my death sense! Yeah, I hate this bit. I really hate this bit. This is one of the few, like, actually kind of bullshit parts of this game. Did I get him with any of that? I think I might have. Oh no, I'm shooting him. I thought that was one of his mooks. Are there any mooks over here? I want to get rid of them. There's one. I was slamming on shift and it wasn't sprinting. You should play Metro? Yeah, I might play that. I really did enjoy the first one. I don't like Redux as much because they got the new voice actor for Artyom, and I really like the old one. Oh wait, I can shoot through the wooden cover. I just realized that I can shoot through the wooden cover. That would have been good to know. That was bullshit. Just gonna scroll up real quick. Yeah, in this game, it is because the framing device is not... The framing device of this game isn't that this is happening, it's that this is what the main character is saying is happening, and he's a notorious bullshitter. Okay, that's one of his mooks down. I know you can shoot too. I can shoot more. Oh, that destroys the cover, and then he'll start going toward... Load up the other. Where is he? Yes!
So that's how
Got him.
Died. Him and his crew were worth their weight in gold.
We're just whining about video game tropes? Yeah. Most of the other levels in this are not nearly as bad. This one just has a couple of really... This one just has that.
So, did you finally go after that Bob feller?
Well, I heard word he was in Kansas with John Wesley Hardin. So that's where I went.
Where in Kansas?
Abilene. Why do you ask, Ben?
No reason.
They're in Abilene at the moment.
Ringo was fast.
At Ben's
but
bar.
John Wesley was as fast as the devil himself.
Yep.
Hell, he killed
I'm
his
trying to
first
remember
man
how...
at 15. From
Yeah,
that
John
day
Wesley
forward, he had
Hardin
a price on his
was
head.
a fucking
Wouldn't back down for
psychopath.
nobody, not even
He
Wild
was
Bill
said to
Hickok
have...
himself.
He claimed to have killed around 40 men, and most historians agree he wasn't exaggerating. He just really liked killing people. I kind of wish they'd brought up Tom Horn in this game, but I guess he wasn't... Tom Horn wasn't really all that famous until a few years after this takes place.
I dodged death many a time, and that night in Abilene was no good.
Ah, shit, it started with a quick shooter. The quick shooter is the worst. But yeah, this whole game is, there's also a bit where, the main character mentions that, the people he was fighting fought like Apaches, but the way he brings it up makes it sound like he was fighting Apaches, so until someone calls him out on it, all of the opponents that you're fighting are designed to look like Apache Indians ambushing you with rifles. Is this a PC game? Yes, it is. It is on PC, and I'm pretty sure it's on console, too. It is the best Call of Juarez game. The first one's okay, the second one's decent, the third one is god-awful. And this one is fun. This one is just fun. Are you going to die? Good. Fucking stay down.
I thought the Texas Rangers got heart.
Yeah, that's what they want you to believe. It was cold in a witch's tit and a brass bra that night as I fought my way past his loyal compadres.
Also the fact that my camera movements are...
To the very same saloon we're sitting in today. Look around and imagine this place painted in blood. Hardin was waiting for me. Wait, I'm jumping the gun here. Let me back up and give you some background on this sumbitch. He deserves that much. Don't you think so, Ben?
It's more like the guy telling the story wants to talk about all of the...
He confessed to taking the lives of 42 men. Fathers and husbands, brothers and sons, men with families who cared about them.
It's more like the main character wants to exaggerate how much of a badass he was and how often he came close to being killed.
And had amassed a gang of armed miscreants and other assorted thugs. He and his men set up camp outside of town, and I was hoping Bob was among them. Shit.
Oh shit, I forgot. I'm gonna be unloaded.
They knew. Most of them were wanted as well. I figured Hardin was here somewhere, but to get to him, I'd have to get past his gun hands.
It's why I love this game. It makes no attempt to be realistic, it just wants to be fun. It's so much of it is just as goofy and just downright ridiculous as it can get.
Hardin's boys apparently didn't want me to reach the Bull's Head. Some were hightailing it into town to inform their Hefe of my unwelcome presence.
Where's the next one? Fuck. I play a lot of, wait, what got asked? What genre do I play or prefer? I like a lot of shooters. Like I've been playing this, and I've been playing... I've been playing this, I've been playing Shadow of Chernobyl, and these are two of my favorite games. I also like RPGs, but I tend to like more like, you know, real RPG kind of things. Like, I like Fallout New Vegas, and I like the Shadowrun games. I keep meaning to play Wasteland. Where? Areas. Fuck. Metroidvanias? I've never really played many Metroidvanias. Which TF2? Are you talking Team Fortress 2 or are you talking Titanfall 2? I've played both. Titanfall 2 is very fun. Tabletop player likes RPGs, impossible. Yeah, I mean, I do know a lot of people don't like, who don't like computer RPGs, because they're a lot more restricted and don't have the same freedoms as a tabletop game. Yes, I did just dodge a damn bullet, game. It's over.
I wondered if Bob was among them.
It's over, boys. I have the high ground.
Let the boys know we got another law dog.
There's one, like, right below me. I think.
That's right. Run!
Just had to make sure he was falling over dead. And not just falling over. Where is he? Probably up on the water tower. Just make sure there's no one still up there. Yup, there he is. And he almost killed me.
And I steeled myself for the fight ahead. For as good as I was, deep down I wondered if John
Hello
West
there,
wasn't
General.
just a little bit-
General Kenobi. Fuck, I haven't watched the prequels in actual years. Like, I watched the original trilogy a few times, but I've only watched the prequels once when I was like 6. Maybe a little older than 6. Because I watched them around the time that... What year did Episode 3 come out? Prequels are better than the ones Disney makes? I don't know. I liked Episode 7. Oh. I'm going the wrong direction. Gutty. I liked Episode 7. Episode 8's problem was that it had a lot of good ideas and did nothing with them, or did things that weren't interesting with them. Prequels could be a movie night. I mean, we are doing terrible movies to make fun of night tomorrow. Tonight, technically, because it's like 2 in the morning. 2:30 in the morning, according to my phone. This is the way I'm actually supposed to go. Think. I'm still going backwards. How is it that I keep getting turned around like that? There we are. Okay. This is the path. Gotcha. No, you're forgetting that Kylo was not a trained Sith Lord. He was some obnoxious... Oh no, you mean the other guy. That was dumb. But I know that that bit was largely done because... What was it? Ryan Johnson? What's his name? I always get his name wrong. He really didn't like... J.J. Abrams. So he decided to intentionally throw away a lot of the plot lines that Abrams had been trying to set up, which would be fine if it wasn't already required to be a trilogy and had to be set up for another major story, which turns it into a big problem. Come on, that's over. And I would say, like, I even like, what was her name? Rose. Rose was interesting. She just got stuck in, like, the worst part of the story. How did I miss that? Come on, Buzzo. Fine. Yes, I do think I can kill you. The love plot was bad. I don't think it was that bad. I think the bombers were stupid. Rey defeated him. Rey didn't beat him by being a woman. She beat him because she is the current Chosen One. And let's be honest, that's just kind of how Star Wars is. The Chosen One is gonna win because Chosen One.
Suffice it to say, nobody there was happy to see me.
Shit.
In fact, I felt a certain hostility.
Ah, yes. These men are feeling kind of hostile.
Disappointed that neither Bob nor John Wesley were among the dead.
Okay, so the Force is theoretically... I get that the Force is technically balanced, but Chosen One is a plot trope. And Star Wars has always used the Chosen One plot trope. Anakin was the Chosen One in the prequels. Luke was the Chosen One in the original trilogy.
I felt a bolt of adrenaline. But maybe that was fear. He was well known for his tricks.
Oh yeah, this is one that you're not actually supposed to shoot him.
If I was ever to defeat him.
Because he didn't die here. You're just supposed to dodge him. You're just supposed to dodge all of his bullets.
No, wait.
Shit.
He didn't hit me then. I'm sure.
I do love his reaction to getting shot, though. Yeah, they did need training, and Rey did get training. That was what a chunk of the plot was. Oh, I dodged the wrong way. Hold on, let me just double check my controls. Duel. Okay, so that it does turn... Yeah, there are multiple person duels later in the game. You have to duel a set of twins, I think. The dueling mechanic is actually, I believe, based on the original Red Dead's dueling. What? I dodged that. Okay, I guess that one is a dodge left? Or dodge right, I mean? Ramos. Juliet Ramos. 14 murders in the South Mexico area. $100 reward, dead or alive. Ow.
No, wait. He didn't hit me then. I'm sure of it.
Either way. I don't think the new movies... I don't think 7's bad. I think 8's bad, not because... Not because it was bad, but because it had good ideas and did the wrong things with them. I dodged into that bullet because I'm an idiot. That just... Donut, I'm gonna be honest, you sound kind of like a ridiculous... I don't even know how to... Oh, bullshit. This one's a problem because Silas really doesn't kill him, so you really aren't supposed to shoot him. You can technically, I think, but you're really not supposed to. What? Does that one just hit me no matter what? The duels were never... Yeah. The duels are a little rough. I like most of them because I grew up playing Red Dead Revolver, which had a lot of duels that were similar but kind of worse because they were really glitchy. Oh, shit.
No, wait. He didn't hit me then. I'm sure of it.
Okay, I don't think you understand what a feminist is.
That man was faster than greased lightning. But being inebriated as he was, he didn't count his shots. And now, he was at my mercy.
Yeah. You're actually supposed to dodge all of them. I was trying to, but I'm just sick of it.
Free, some restless Avenger took his life. Shot him in the back at a saloon just like this one. Anybody up for another beer? Ben?
Oop, bumped my mic. I believe I earned a skill point. Could go for that. But I usually have my guns reloaded anyway. I'm going to take this. Let's see. High-powered shells can be used with this gleaming scattergun. Yep, giving the user a little extra range necessary for taking it. Yeah, plus 35 range, plus 15 damage, and plus 15 spread. That one's a really useful one. Dual-wielding sawn-offs. Oh, that's gonna be fun. No, you're thinking of... There is a branch of feminist that's like that, but that is a specific branch, and the majority of them do not subscribe to that. It's just like, there's communists, and then there's tankies. Everyone, when they're thinking of communists, thinks of tankies.
Yeah, some say revenge is a dish
Because the
best
tankies
served
are
cold.
psychotic
So whatever happened to
people
that
who
Bob
still
guy
think
you were
Stalin was
after?
great.
Personally, I'd like to hear some of your other adventures. Like, I don't know, do you ever go toe-to-toe with a red man?
Yes, I did, Ben. I remember once I was after this renegade Apache, Grey Wolf. Strangely enough...
Yeah, exactly,
revenge was
Nathaniel.
also
There's
his
Christians,
primary
and then
motivation.
there's the Westboro Baptist Church. Tankies phone... so phone 5, tanky is a term used for people who think that the Soviet Union is the best that communism could ever be. And they kind of... There would a lot of people think that... There would a lot of people think when they think communist. They're like...
A bounty was put on
They're
Grey
like people who
Wolf's
think
head.
things like
That's how I
Stalin's
came to
forced
hunt
famine
the
were
mountains.
totally justified.
Mountains so high
They're
they
a little
tickled
bit
the
like
nether
Holocaust
regions of heaven.
deniers.
Grey Wolf was a Chiricahua
They
Apache
really aren't the ones with the
medicine man who had
positions
led a
of
war
power. They're
party in
just the
revenge
ones
for a
that get the
massacre
most
against his
attention
people.
because they like to
The U.S. Army had
scream.
attacked his tribe during
Just
Ngar's
like
sacred
there's
sunrise
plenty of any group that are
ceremony. The slaughter
fine,
was
but
unspeakable.
people are always
I
giving
understood his
attention
anger,
to the ones who are
but there's nothing
screaming
more
assholes
traumatic than seeing
in any
those you
group.
love die in a cruel and
It's just
painful
like
death.
there's plenty of feminists,
From the
and then there's
beginning, I couldn't
TERFs.
shake the
TERF
feeling
is
that Grey
trans
Wolf was
exclusionist
watching my
radical
every move.
feminist, who are
He led a band of young Apache warriors
really
who wanted
awful.
retribution, and
They're
were
the
more
ones who
than willing to
believe,
die for
like,
him.
transgendered people. They're like TERFs are the ones who believe that like transgendered people should be put to death because they're still men. Which is kind of fucked.
They saw me before I saw them.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it is also an issue of like it's when a group is large enough to have subsets, but people who aren't part of the group or who don't consider themselves part of the group aren't aware that these subsets exist. So they judge everyone together because they think it's all one group, when it really isn't. Like European colonialists in Africa. Oh, we can just draw a line right here. They're all the same people, right? We're not, like, putting two groups who have a history of hating each other in one area and telling them to like it.
It was rugged country, the winter home of the Chiricahuas, and that's why they had retreated. I admit to having some regrets about going after them the way I did, but then again, I got a lot of those.
I mean, people who are... It's not so much that they're the face, it's that the opposition group, and an opposition group will always take advantage of someone who they can portray as extreme. So even if they're, like, not the most vocal, because someone who's a little out there said something, and they can be tangentially related to the group, people who don't like that group will jump on it as an opportunity to make their enemies look bad. Just like, there's a lot of really heavily biased news sources around. Some otherwise fine, some not. And they will always try and portray, on either side, they will always try to portray any story in the light that benefits them the most. And there is not always both sides to an issue, and both sidesism is really fucking stupid and makes for a lot of really annoying stories recently. Like, fuck, there's been a bunch of shit at Associated Press that just reads really fucking awful. Exactly, Nathaniel. Their turfs are really fucking awful.
Yeah, but it's not out of bravery so much as pure angry cussedness.
Well, they're clearly. Well, I believe from the. I'm gonna try not to get into that because I don't know. I don't know enough. And I feel like if I tried to make too many comments on a thing that I don't know very much about, I am going to put my foot in my mouth because I'm going to use a term that doesn't really describe what I'm trying to talk about without realizing it, or I'm going to say something that sounds right in my head, but not when I say it. And
see, back then, I had a stubborn
that's not good for anyone.
Wide, and I wasn't about to back down.
So it was like pitch black in there?
Actually, it was pretty well lit. They had torches on the wall.
I am in danger. Exactly, Dab. Oh, there.
How big was his cave?
Big as hell, Ben.
Yeah, I'd prefer if we got back to the game. Politics are not really why I stream. Go. Let's get back. Let's keep the conversation to. Oh, what was the name of that movie? The Castle Rook, something like that. There was some movie that Woody Harrelson was in that they, before he was doing that, oh shit, they did an AMA on Reddit about it, and someone asked what was honestly a really kind of shitty... Yeah, I mean, I believe the point is, like, this is a group of... I believe that this is supposed to be a group of... You know, it's people with a bounty on their head, so you're going after them for money. Kind of one of those, regardless of actual reasons, killing them pays. So... even if you've got no real enmity for the people you're killing... Oh shit. It's what you're supposed to... It's your job. You're a bounty hunter. Kill some people. Kill some people, get paid. But yeah, there was like a movie that Woody Harrelson was in a few years back now. And I don't know a damn thing about the movie. But what I do remember was they did an AMA on Reddit, and someone asked...
A few years back, I was married to 2 Mescalero women.
At the same time?
Yeah, they were sisters. Polygyny is traditional among the Mescalero.
So what happened?
Oh, I had to get out of there. Those girls never shut up. Both of them nagging at me all the time. Drove me half crazy. Haven't seen them since.
No, I mean, what happened with Grey Wolf?
Oh, well, I pursued him into the Cave of Death.
But yeah, so the... Oh yeah, no, at this point of the game, he still hasn't gotten into why he's hunting down Bob.
And that's when I saw him. He came to me unarmed and unafraid.
Yeah,
His voice echoed
it's him telling stories about his hunt for the people who wronged him. And this is just kind of a tangent because someone asked if he'd ever fought Indians.
The sound of his voice put some kind of ancient Indian spell on
Yeah.
me.
And you know, bounty hunter, alive or dead, they just happen to not want to go.
As his story unfolded in my mind.
You will come to this place again and kill many more men, and the darkness will grow until it consumes everything that you are. The soul would have no rainbow if the eye had no tears.
He said I was a great warrior, a coyote man, unequaled by any other pale-faced warrior. Something like that.
He has not said a damn thing of the kind. This is one of those bits where, like, in the story you're getting what happened, and he's trying to put a spin on it to make himself sound better.
As his story unfolded in my mind.
You will come to this place again and kill many more men, and the darkness will grow until it consumes everything that you are. The soul would have no rainbow if the eye had no tears.
He said I was a great warrior.
It is a pretty important tangent. The ending of this game is quite good. The story as a whole is better than I had expected it to be in any right. It's... Oh shit. This bit's rough.
As his story unfolded in my mind.
You will come to this place again and kill many more men, and the darkness will grow until it consumes everything that you are. The soul will have no rainbow if the eye had no tears.
He said I was a great warrior.
Absolutely what he's telling you. Absolutely, Silas. Truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
The snakes will bite shadows of your past until a venom poisons your heart, and an echo of the song of the dead summons the spirits deep from within the mountains.
I didn't quite get what he was saying, but there was definitely snakes. And indeed, his warriors.
Does Call of Juarez always have the bullet time? Yes.
They couldn't stop me though. Grey Wolf wasn't in the
Although in the first one and Bound in Blood, there's multiple player characters, and they both have slightly different variants of the bullet time. Like in Bound in Blood, which is the other one I've been playing recently, Ray McCall has bullet time like normal, whereas Thomas has you hold down the trigger and you pull the mouse back and it snaps to targets. Who remembers Spore? Spore was fun. It wasn't nearly as fun as it could have been, but it was fun enough. Shit, I wanted both guns out for this. Let's check this. Higher combos and concentration possible. Actually, that would make shotguns actually useful. So I think I'll focus on getting guns blazing first. Oh, shit. I'm not even gonna bother because I'm not using a shotgun right now.
I swear I couldn't see any way out of this trap. But suddenly, one just appeared. Kind of like a miracle.
Oh, this level also has one of my favorite parts of this game in it.
I felt like I would be lost in that damn cave
Which I
forever.
think is just about to come up.
Finally, I found myself back outside, perched on the edge of a precipice, overlooking a thundering whitewater river. To get where I was going required several leaps of faith, but no way in hell I was turning back. I chased after him, determined to make him explain the meaning of all that mumbo-jumbo.
Mumbo-jumbo's right. Are you making this all up as you go?
A few details may be fuzzy, brother, but I am relating exactly what happened. There were dozens of Apache warriors aiming at me from on high.
Dozens?
Well, maybe not dozens, but there was a lot of them.
At least 3 or 4.
Well, more than that, little lady.
Whew. I've played Civilization. I used to play a lot of Civ 5. I've talked with Sean suggested at one point that we all take like a week off of work and shit over at some point and just stream for a straight week of us playing Civ. Here's the part.
Well, son, there had to be at least 100 Apaches surrounding me.
At least 100.
100?
God be my witness.
Oh, come on. Who are you kidding?
Hey, I believe you. Come on, tell us how it ended.
All right, but I'm not gonna drag this out. Where were we?
You were surrounded by 100 Apache warriors.
Well, I didn't take the time to count them exactly, but there were a lot of them.
Would make a lot more sense to Do you actually have to kill 100? No. Awake-a-thon V2, this time it's streamed, and also Civ. Yes. God, Awake-a-thon was a nightmare. Although by late game, it will take like a fucking day for us to get through each other, get through all of the turns. Last couple of playthroughs I did of this game, I used mostly the rifle. I've been having fun with the dual pistols, though. Call of Juarez at 3 in the morning? Of course I am. How did none of those hit him? Can I just take cover here for a moment? Cool.
And in the end, a path appeared before me that I had not seen before. I followed it as I desperately needed to find out what Grey Wolf was trying to tell me. But it was like that son of a bitch disappeared into thin air. Never did find him. And never did collect my goddamn bounty.
I think this is the only level 100%ed. A full week-long stream.
Thank you, darling. It's interesting how the truth can sometimes seem might malleable, depending upon your point of view.
Like how those dime novels make you out to be something you're not?
Jack, don't be starting trouble.
No, he's right. They do tend to exaggerate.
Not as much as myself.
Part in taking down the Daltons?
Well, I was there in the flesh, boy, so I saw what happened firsthand. Those Daltons were lawmen once, before they all went bad.
So I'm not from New York, but I'm in the same time zone. It's 3 in the morning on a Monday. You're about 12 hours ahead of us.
Took up arms that day.
Fighting on the side of right.
I did my best, sir. We all did.
Further west you go, the earlier it is. See you later, Chance. I love the soundtrack of this game. Once I beat this, I think I'm actually going to open up,
One of my friends was a local gunsmith.
Oh yeah, this bit.
Firearms to anybody who'd take one. You see,
this bit I'm actually playing,
two banks at the same time. 2 banks on the same damn street.
This is an actual story, and it's just wonderfully ridiculous.
Bob Dalton's girl was always riding him about how he had no ambition. Oh, you're nobody next to Jesse James, she'd say. Finally, the bastard took his brothers to Popperville just to shut her up.
This is an actual story, and it's so... The reasons for all of this are so dumb. Is that guy just dancing out of the way of my bullets? At this part, I'm actually playing Ben instead of... I'm actually playing Ben instead of,
Before they could get away, half the town took up arms to defend their property.
Instead of Silas, because Ben's telling the story. Alright, where's... I'm heading back for that shotgun. Let me see. How's my... Oh, cool. I've got another scope. Right, I didn't use it last time. Combo multiplier will stack by 2 levels instead of 1. Oh, right. Combos give experience. I forget that they exist because I can't see the counter in True West mode.
The brothers paid dearly for their stupidity, but everybody knows they had it coming.
There's more to it than that. I read all about that day, so I know for a fact that it went down very differently.
And of course, Dwight is a child who reads dime
A
novels.
posse of U.S. deputy marshals were on the rooftop across the street.
Get ready, boys. They're gonna make a move.
The lawmen had been tracking the Daltons for months. Now they finally had them dead to rights. Among them was a bounty hunter feared by many a lawbreaker. This man had no intention of letting the Daltons slip away. They met an adversary that day who had no fear and offered them no quarter. The marshals tried to get the Daltons to surrender.
Who misses every shot and dies horribly.
Those boys had a reputation as stone-cold killers. The marshals took every precaution, knowing they wouldn't go easy. The marshals tried to get the Daltons to surrender.
They'll give up eventually. We just gotta wait the son of bitches out.
This bounty hunter knew that the brothers were far too proud to ever lay down their guns. He went in there alone.
Gonna run out of ammo, though.
One of the
Yeah, I'll
marshals
take the
shouted,
shotgun.
"Where are you going? Are you crazy?"
Where do
Yes!
you think you're going, dumbass?
We paid him no mind. He saw a way to get around to the back of the bank. Then he figured out how to hit the Daltons from a direction they weren't expecting. A moment later, he was climbing up a
Yeah.
steep ladder.
That's like, there's 2 people who were actually in town on that day, and the child who reads dime novels is telling them they're wrong. Or he's telling one of them that he's wrong, and then he's about to get corrected by, Silas, who's going to tell them they're both wrong. Of course.
Heroic men like him, who did what other men couldn't or wouldn't to make this country free.
Is that Silas Green?
Jim Booth,
Son of a
who
bitch!
died defending the Alamo. You'll die for this, you hear me? Over there!
Oh, shit. Yeah, if you fuck those up...
That's Silas Greaves.
What the hell? Blam! Came away victorious, taking down those thieving Daltons. His name? Silas Greaves. And when the dust finally settled, he was the last man standing.
Sorry, kid, but that just wasn't the way it happened.
I can tell Giga's played this game before.
I knew.
Still using the shotgun.
I was late to the party and Coffeeville was already up in arms.
Wow.
Daltons blew up a safe,
Got the Ranger.
and we're all set to hightail it out of there. Those pathetic deputies surrounding the bank were dropping like flies. I had been tracking those jokers for months, waiting for them to do something reckless.
Do you wish that it wouldn't?
And finally,
Again,
they
wouldn't do
did.
that.
Those stupid bastards decided to rob 2 banks at the same time in the same town where everybody knew them. But they still had friends in coffee.
Your wooden shield doesn't stop dynamite. Shit, that didn't go nearly as far as I thought it would.
Those friends came after me like a pack of wild dogs, tooth and nail. They were coming at me from all directions.
So there's like a couple of reveals towards the end of the game. Some of them are like actually part of the story. Oh no, that's a marshal. I'm trying to kill a marshal.
I found myself in the middle of another shootout entirely.
Did the Daltons hole up in somebody's house?
No, it was the Smiths, I believe. They were cousins of the Daltons. And they were shooting at the Browns, who were shooting at the Daltons. Which wasn't any surprise, because those 2 families have been feuding forever. And since the Joneses are related to the Browns, they shot at the Smiths.
This is the kind of thing that actually happened in the Old West, where it was just 2 families who both owned ranches and didn't get along started shooting at each other.
There was a hell of a lot of pissed off.
There was a very famous,
Shit happens.
there was a very famous turf war between a couple of families, and neither of them were like, it wasn't like cowboys and bandits or anything. They were both just ranch-owning families who hated each other and wanted each other's land. So they just opened fire. I think there was also a thing about like a revenge killing or something. Just to make sure there's no one in here who's gonna shoot at me. Nope. Oh, that was a person. That is just a trick of the light.
That's it for you. The Dalton boys knew I would never give up. Those Daltons weren't the sharpest knives in the drawer, but they always stood together. They set a trap to slow me down and allow at least 2 of them to escape.
Ow. Hatfields and the McCoys, that's it. I know there was I want to say it was a History Channel doc or something. Oh yeah, of course.
It was Emmett, the youngest.
And then there were also people like Tom Horn. Tom Horn was basic. So Tom Horn was a there were also people like Tom Horn who was not a bounty hunter. He was a hitman, essentially, for... This is one of the easier boss fights, because he just kind of wanders at you with a shotgun. Wait, Tom Horn was a kind of a hitman for cattle barons who is suspected in a whole lot of killings, or was suspected in a whole lot of killings, but would always just get bailed out by his bosses. Until one day, his bosses really didn't have much use for him anymore, because it was like 1908, I want to say.
The robbery in Coffeeville. He's the only Dalton who did.
They say he was shot 23 times.
Well, Dwight, who do you think put all those damn holes in him? But I have to admit, that boy had grit.
Oh yeah, another, actually, Blackbeard. When he died, he was stabbed. I'm gonna tab out and look this up, because I don't remember off the top of my head, and I really want to find it. So I will be just a moment. Of course, I tab out to Sean sending me. Fuck, what the fuck is that? I am disappointed. Immensely disappointed. Blackbeard died, born around 1680, died 1718. Last battle. Where is it? He had been shot 5 times and cut about 20 during his final battle. That being Blackbeard. Hey, Ed. No skill points. You're just in... You just missed history lessons. History lessons about completely irrelevant icons of the West. And also a pirate for some reason.
We'll get those suckers. It took me a couple of days to track the Daltons down. They can't get away with this! And in that time, a whole posse of local vigilantes offered to lend a hand. We'll track them to the ends of the earth. They seemed as determined as me to find those outlaws. But as we headed into those
this
swamps,
level.
It was like I had my own problem.
I know this level.
There was no way those boys were getting away this time.
Enraged crewman double tapping him. No, Blackbeard was terrifying. So one thing he would do was he'd go into battle.
It was early fall, right? Beautiful time of year. At least you had the weather on your side.
Not by my recollection. It was damp.
He'd go into battle with with his beard in braids, and he'd braid his beard around cannon fuses, and then light those fuses on fire. So his beard would be flaming and smoking.
So we kept an eye out for landmarks.
And there's also a story about how at one point, to show that he was tougher than any other man in his crew.
It was autumn. The maple trees were in full color, red as blood.
It made me jump. there was a story about how he locked his crew, or a couple of members of his crew, in a room with him and lit a pipe just as some kind of competition or to show he was tougher than everyone else. And whoop, I will see your super chat in just a moment because Restream can't process those. You like my eyes. What the? Why did it throw that? I'm gonna start getting frame drops now that my browser's open again. And now I'm getting Trent sending me a message saying, haha, penis. I hit the button!
Except for some bitches ahead of me wanting to do me harm. So I had to face them alone. I wondered why my compatriots didn't come running when they heard the shots. Show yourself!
I mean, I have been on, I have done live video before.
So did you find the
largely for, like, channel updates and stuff.
But I did have the questionable pleasure of meeting a few of their friends. The boys had established quite a reputation by that time, so they attracted all manner of riffraff to their cause.
Cool. And phone's going to sleep. No. Whew. I think that's all. Yeah, I'm starting to get some real frame drops here. Gotta close my... I was gonna leave my browser open for... in case anyone else sent me a super chat or something, but it's just hurting performance too much. Nope. Damn it. Thanks, Ben. Yes, my friends have a very my friends have the most sophisticated sense of humor, Dabs. Good job, me. Might use the rifle for a bit. All right. I'm gonna get stuck on this part for a bit. Alright, it's about 3:30 in the morning. I had only meant to play this for a little bit. So I think once I hit another checkpoint, actually once I bring the Daltons down,
The boys had established quite a reputation by that time, so they attracted all manner of riffraff to their cause.
I'm going to swap over to Stalker. I thought that red bandana there was a dynamite marker for a moment. Yeah, mean to play a little and then get sucked in. This is just a really fun game. I've played it several times, but the story is still just goofy and fun. Gunplay is just solid. I can do that, and it's the hardest. Stream doesn't like New Vegas. It's been a while since I've played New Vegas on Scream. I should really play that again. See you later, Ed. Have a good one. Good luck with your classes, man.
And my reinforcements was nowhere to be seen.
I'm not sure how I haven't died yet. Checkpoint. I think that was just a checkpoint. So, I'll play it until the end of this level.
A barn materialized as if right before my eyes.
Yep.
I scrambled up top to get a better view, but just ended up falling inside.
So, how did you get out?
The barn doors was open. About right then, I saw some suspicious characters running for the bushes. Of course, I followed them. But that goddamn swamp was like a goddamn maze, and pretty soon I had no goddamn idea where I was.
Thankfully, they put in these lovely...
Steve?
Oh, right.
So I just started walking, and pretty soon... Steve? Steve?
Huh? Oh, no, I'm listening.
Indians surrounded me from all sides. No. I just wanted to make sure Steve was paying attention. Now, where was I?
You were following the Daltons.
Damn it. I gotta open up YouTube again to check the super chat. I wish I could check this easier. Maybe if I just leave YouTube open here, it'll be okay. You will pay money for love.
That's right. See, Steve? Dwight's paying attention.
No, I'm listening. I was just...
Redcoats flew out of the woodwork. Yeah, just watching a line of people in bright red coats.
Right. See, there's a reason
walking,
so many
bright
outlaw
red
gangs
coats
are made
and
up of brothers. Being a
walking
brother
forward
is
with
a
their
sacred
muskets.
thing. It's a bond like no other.
Yeah, he's starting to talk about brothers.
So did you ever find the damn Daltons?
Not yet, but I did find a few of their cousins. You Kansans breed like rabbits. Or Smiths or Heimhoffers or who knows what.
Damn it, I was trying to get to cover.
Bounty hunters! Stop that, son of a bitch! Take that asshole out!
But hell, what's more important than family?
Huh, I just noticed a couple of them are, a couple of the enemy designs are actually wearing old Confederate uniforms. Which I guess makes sense. There were still a lot of Confederate sympathizers and also holdouts, even, you know, years after the war. I almost dodged the wrong way there. Non omnis moriar. There you go. Ah! I see they've learned. Yeah, modern Confederate sympathizers are a little different than people right after the war. Wrong way. Nice job, Nate. Redcoats are so very well known for their stealth and guerrilla tactics, and by that I mean, it's like, by which I mean they play feel-good ink on the march. Nice.
Bounty hunters! Stop that, son of a bitch!
Yeah, a lot of gangs really were just groups of rebels who didn't want to give up fighting.
You Kansans breed like rabbits. More Smiths or Heimhoffers or who knows what.
Damn it!
Bounty hunters! Stop that, son of a bitch!
So, Albertus, that's a term that, it's a derogatory term that's meant to be used by, or that is generally used by conservatives screaming at liberals. Doesn't matter the context, just because of your political leaning, you're wrong and I hate you kind of thing. And it's really annoying. Shit. I thought that landed on the other side of the wagon there.
Stop that, son of a bitch!
that was rough.
But hell, what's more important than family? I bet Ben knows what I'm talking about.
Yes, I'll bet this bartender, who I've never met before in my life, knows exactly what I'm talking about here. Death shot to the hand!
Kill that goddamn bounty hunter!
Okay, and I believe I can go around this way. See if I can get the other guy's shield. Did I get a shield at least? There we go. I do love the little flourishes that this game does. It's actually funny, because the voice actor in this voices the Confederate general who's the main villain of Bound in Blood, which is the second Call of Juarez game. Shh. I feel like those first couple of shots should have hit him too. How much farther until the Daltons? I don't remember. It's a little bit. I believe I will know exactly when I'm about to hit him. Kinda, sorta. Damn it. He's in a bad spot for me. What the? Fucking... Why am I not just using this? Nope. Oh, didn't get a hit marker on the first shot, so I thought I'd missed him. Something's wrong. It's not running hit markers anymore. I'll just have to be careful. Oh no, it is. It's just the fog is making them hard to see.
I knew those Dalton boys were out there somewhere, standing
headshot
together
was a
against
one-hit.
anyone who would threaten them.
me see if I've got any skills. Skill points. I do. Neato burrito. Almost the inlaid shotgun. Yeah, it is really weird that we're totally okay with supporting people who were actually part of a rebellion. Okay, I'm almost to the. I am almost to it.
Steve, but this wasn't much more than a wreck, really.
But how'd a damn
I'm almost there.
steamboat end up in the swamps? Yes, it floated off during the flood of '89.
Thank you,
Was
Ben.
it a stern wheeler or a side wheeler?
What? Does that really make a difference, Steve? It was a steamboat with a goddamn army on board. It was in that a fusillade of bullets come raining down from on high, and those vigilantes who accompanied me weren't anywhere to be found. But among those men that were shooting at me, I thought I saw some familiar faces.
Okay, so there's the.
This is gonna hurt.
Yeah, no. Ben, the bartender, is Uncle Ben. I mentioned that in the first one. That's a lot of enemies. I am not prepared to fight. At least I got the... Just, there we go. How much till next level? Oh, I'm almost there.
Somewhere up there, the Daltons were waiting on me.
I'm almost there. I don't quite have the... If I had the akimbo sawn off, I would probably go for that.
Sounds like you don't give up too easy.
That's the kind of man I am, Ben. I set out to do something. I do it. Surrender just ain't in my nature. Plus, I'm stubborn as hell.
Almost there. I probably should have checked that there weren't enemies sitting right down there before walking right into that. So that was largely my own fault. Yeah, he's even sitting right there. Yeah, no, they're not even hidden. I just walked right in there.
Right about then, much to my relief, the vigilantes finally arrived. Their leader motioned at a cabin in the middle of the top deck, pointing me directly at the Daltons. I finally had him. After months
But
of
how
bugging
did
pursuit.
he get up here first?
But it turned out that they had me.
Take him out!
Because he's a fucking traitor. The difference between a stubber and an autogun? I believe the stubber is supposed to be a bigger... The stubber is generally meant to be higher caliber.
Were on their damn payroll. They didn't just want to shoot me. They wanted to burn me alive. But finding my way out of a burning labyrinth proved to be quite a challenge.
It was a riverboat, right? I mean, it's not like it was a goddamn ocean liner.
Well, yeah, but I was in a
Did you
fight.
hear about that ship that's gonna launch next year? Largest one.
Oh, yeah.
Titanic. If you ask me, it's too blessed big. I don't think it'll even float.
So anyway,
Don't be stupid, Steve. They know what they're doing. They say that the Titanic...
So fun fact, nobody actually claimed the Titanic was unsinkable until after it had sunk. And then it was because, you know, it made for a good story to say that the unsinkable ship sunk.
this is Bond. It was time to settle this once and for all.
I think I mostly use the bullet time to get a better idea of where the enemies I can't see are hiding. There we go. I think that bit took me like 5 or 6 tries the first time I played this game.
Side by side, determined to take me down. Confident that this time the odds were on their side.
Damn it. Don't stop holding the trigger button. You kind of need to because it overheats otherwise.
They got it wrong. A sad end for those two. If they'd only known that Emmett was still alive despite his wounds. Paroled 14 years later. He moved to California and sold real estate and lived off the legend of that fateful day. And the tragic death of his 2 brothers.
Right, so I'll do skills. Yes, okay, this one. Counterattack after sense of death. This one's nice. And that gets me the silver shotgun. Nice. Next is a Kimbo Trapper. Cool. So I can dual wield sawn-offs because that's a brilliant idea. It's not like it's still a 12-gauge shotgun. Nice. Yeah, this is a worthwhile tree to take. Actually, no, you're right. These are 10-gauge shotguns. It mentioned when I picked up Bob Ollinger's shotgun that they're 10-gauge. No, I wanted to stream Stalker too, but no, fuck it. I'll stream Stalker after movie night. I want to play more of this. I have a problem.
My own brothers died tragically as well, truth be told. It was 1868, and me and my older brothers were pulling a tidy profit running cattle into Juarez, Mexico. One night after my brothers retired for the evening, I found a little poker game in a cantina with a couple of cowboys. And I just couldn't lose. I even won an old Spanish coin that had to be 100 years old. Well, I was mighty pleased with myself the next morning as my brothers and I rode for Texas. But before we crossed the border, those cowboys caught up with us. It was Johnny Ringo, Roscoe Bob Bryant, and another asshole named Jim. They wanted their money back and everything else we had, including our lives, as those boys didn't want us coming for them later. Bob put that old Spanish coin in my mouth and said, "I won't have it said that I left you with nothing, boy." Well, those horses...
Yeah, Stalker after I do movie night tonight.
Bastards rode away. The branch finally snapped under the weight of the
So technically tomorrow morning.
My older brothers were bigger and heavier. They were already dead. And right then I swore to myself that I would avenge them.
So in actuality, well, I guess it makes sense since those weren't professional hangmen. But when you get hanged, the goal isn't to choke you, it's to break your neck with the fall. The platform comes out from under you, and the snap is supposed to snap your neck. Just some asshole named Jim.
I'd been on their trail for months, ever since they left.
Why does it try to give me a quick shooter? Who would ever want to use the quick shooter?
They were a loose association of outlaws who robbed banks and trains from Colorado to Montana. Among them was the Sundance Kid, and that murderous hombre I was tracking, Roscoe Bob Bryant.
Were you a part of that giant Pinkerton posse after the Wild Bunch?
No, boy. A circus like that would have slowed me down.
See if there's any more ammo up there.
I wanted Bryant all to myself. I'd heard about a large shipment of gold being transported to Wilcox, Wyoming on the Overland Flyer. I figured the Wild Bunch would likely hit such a treasure, and by God, I figured right.
I mean, really, there's also the good old, so, like, really old? Yeah, but by the Wild West, the goal was, by, like, around the time this game is taking place, it was mostly long fall hangings.
Well, I assume the Wild Bunch was likely in the still intact part of the train.
Actually, there was also Tom Horn, who I mentioned earlier, was hung by a mechanism that used water and a timer, because they were trying to make killing more humane, and the idea was that it was more humane to not have to have an executioner have the death of a person on their own heads.
I found the device they used to blow the tracks, so I knew I was headed in the right direction.
Sawed-off rifle. I don't think I've ever used this thing. I don't even know what the point of it is, really. Maybe it's a little faster?
My ears are still ringing from blowing up that bridge.
What'd you say? I can't...
Well, I made my way off unscathed and came upon a few members of the gang and had no choice.
It's a lot better now that it's the silver shotgun.
From there, I had to negotiate an even more precarious route. First, I would need to get my ass out of there.
Oh, right, this level.
I jumped from the frying pan into the fire as the train was clearly fixing to fall. I had found the gang, but in order to find old Bob, I needed to fight my way forward past a whole passel of desperados. Outside, inside, any way I could, I made my way toward my prey.
Really? That first shot... first shot didn't kill him?
Freight train, as I recall. There were no passengers aboard that day.
Oh. That was glitchy. Oh, right, I have that counterattack now. Nice.
As I mentioned before, I am not fond of heights. But I was too busy dodging bullets.
Wouldn't drowning be kind of... Oh, no. It wasn't drowning people. It was a mechanism that used water to time the... to time the release of the platform so that an individual wouldn't have to pull the lever.
It was like shooting ducks in a shooting gallery. The only difference is these damn ducks.
I believe that it's shooting buckshot. It's a 10 gauge. It's 10 gauge buckshot. I thought I hit the barrel there. There we go. Cleared this one out.
I kept hoping the law would show up and give me a hand.
You mean like that giant Pinkerton posse that I read about?
He really wants to talk about the Pinkertons.
Guns ablazing to help?
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, who may or may not have escaped.
Help? From the Pinkertons? No, son. I had to fight the wild bunch all by my lonesome.
Oh.
As usual.
Maker of 10 gauge shotgun, aka maker of Swiss cheese, basically. If there's enough left of you, cut a man clean in half. Oh, I love that. I wish I'd gotten counterattack earlier. I'm loving the shotgun now that I've... A, because I'm in close quarters, and B, because I've got the actual... I've got actual skills now. Oh, come on. There we go. Nope.
My guess is those dime novels didn't.
Why is the shotgun so accurate? Actual shotguns are pretty accurate. Sawn-offs, maybe not.
I had to cut them down pronto if I was going to stay on old Bob's trail.
Huh, I guess it doesn't overheat. I always assumed it overheated. 4-gauge shotgun? Oh no, 4-gauge shotguns are an actual thing. They're also called elephant guns.
But the only survivor who welcomed me was George Flat-Nosed Curry.
With one exception, there is one military 4-gauge shotgun.
After Sundance, I mean.
And that military gauge,
and maybe Elsie
and that military
some folks might dispute that.
4-gauge is called the KS-23. The KS-23 is a Russian shotgun made of which I believe I was talking about last night, is a Russian shotgun made of repurposed anti-aircraft gun barrels.
The Wild Bunch behind and decamped for South America.
Yeah, it's why the original Doom's shotgun is actually pretty accurate, and is just... It does have a spread, but it will hit. Or it will hit and it will do damage. The 130 to hell. Damn it, that's a spoiler on the loading screen. I had figured out one of the ending twists by the time I beat this game.
Bryant, but it was as if he'd disappeared. Sometime later, I heard the Wild Bunch was back together. Kid Curry escaped from jail, and now he was running the whole shebang. So I took to their trail.
I'm gonna stick with the shotgun now.
I was in pursuit of my brother's killer and hoped that he was back with him.
Its basic problem is just that it has low ammo before a reload. But that's not the worst thing in the world. Especially with the fast reload perk.
That kid Curry's kinda crazy, ain't he?
Don't let him hear you saying that.
That is a nice gun. I'm not hitting a button, it just randomly goes to examining the gun sometimes.
Anyways, I tracked those boys to a camp right outside Parachute, Colorado.
Who's shooting? We're under fire!
I should have stuck with the rifle. Phone's going. There we go. I'm just gonna run back and swap this out for the rifle, because I think I need it right now. Where is it? Should be here. Here we go. Golden rifle. Actually, do I have another? Yes, I have another skill. Now, since I've got the rifle, let's try akimbo 10-gauge sawn-offs. Yeah, secretly this game is tied into my microphone. Sawn-offs are actually weaker than a full-sized gun, because a chunk of the power of a gun is how long that explosion is propelling the projectile forward. So the shorter the area it's contained in, the less force is going to be transferred.
Outnumbered, I didn't bother with a warning shot. I just started taking those bastards down.
I wonder if something else happens when you
Old
miss.
Bob wasn't among them, and neither was Kid Curry. I could sense him close by, however, plotting something nasty.
The double
Just
barreled
needed a
shotgun.
clue as to their
Yep.
whereabouts.
Here's hoping I get into some close quarters fights here. I don't think I do, though. I think this is a more long range. Whoop. I almost jumped off that.
And I found one. A map with their bold plan clearly marked. This time they were
There's
fixing
no
to blow up a
replacement for
train
displacement.
trestle. Property of the Union Pacific. The plan clearly indicated how they were fixing to undermine several of the
Right,
weakest
this
wooden
level.
supports.
Okay. I'm just trying to remember how many levels this game has. I want to say 12. Come on. Wait. Got a new one for Henry Plummer. Yep. Ray McCall. Ray is one of the main characters in the first two games. He's cool in the first one and an asshole in the second one, because the second one's actually a prequel.
Kid Curry was considered the wildest of the wild bunch. It was said that he fathered 85 bastard children, though some say it was only 5.
I don't know. Wild West, moving between towns. 85's possible. Not. Probably an exaggeration, but possible. I
Kid
can't
Curry
jump
had
there,
bragged
but
to a
okay.
whore how he was going to rob a train heading to the U.S. Mint in Denver. And that whore, Fat Sally, she told me. The bridge was rigged with dynamite, so I decided I'd best be careful confronting those bastards. A moment later, I saw a ladder that somehow had escaped my attention.
Yeah, this bit you have to go around. You have a time limit and you have to go around disarming the bombs.
But the Wild Bunch did not take kindly to my presence and attempted to blow my head off. It appeared the kid had found a number of new recruits to
Nope.
bolster their ranks.
That is
Guess
not
there
what I
are
wanted.
always desperate men willing to trade their lives for stolen treasure.
Hold on.
What happened next?
Well, having removed the first bundle of dynamite, I decided I might as well remove the other.
The triple double barrel.
Once that was done, I figured I'd find my way
Asking
from
for
there.
information. What else would? What else? There's clearly nothing else. Hold on.
I can kill you with either hand.
Fine red mist. I probably should not be carrying this many shotguns. But also, I have 6 barrels of fun. Hey, Salami. I am just playing some more Gunslinger. And I now have a shotgun that's actually worth using. I say, as I can't kill that one guy. A shotgun that's actually worth using.
So what happened
Ooh.
then?
Had to remove more.
I am gonna swap for the Ranger just because I need more range at some point. And also because my akimbo shotguns are still regular shotguns and not awesome engraved shotguns.
I was sweating it a bit, but then I noticed a footbridge tied up on high, so I shot the rope.
Because that's how that works. You honestly probably can't cut a rope with a handgun like this. How did I miss all of that? Probably should have gone for the exploding barrels there. I don't need to hide. Hiding is not my current prerogative.
So that was all the dynamite?
Funny you should mention that, darling. As actually there was a fourth charge impeding my progress. Once I removed it, my path was pretty clear.
I'm almost out of shells. Not anymore. Shit. Excellent observation, friend. Although if you do kill me, I'll just reload a save and then kill you. Oh, wait.
So I proceeded onward and realized that
Oh, that's right. The reason it's showing that little R is because I can tap it to reload faster. I forgot that's a thing. How much? Oh, good. I've got actual amounts of shotgun ammo again. Nope, that's not what I'm supposed to do. Here, maybe? No. Ah. Yeah, I said something about playing Stalker,
Luckily, I found
and
the
then
kid,
I
and
got
as I
convinced
made
to
my way
play
back
another
the
level,
bridge, I saw something that concerned me.
and now I'm just playing more of this, because I quite like this game.
It was a long
Oh.
burning fuse, and it was moving
Here's
fast
the
as
taunt
hell.
bit.
I had to catch it.
I was trying to hit.
The burning fuse was so damn quick, I had to run like the wind. I almost had it, but no. Thought I was gonna have a coronary when I lost sight of those sparks. My heart was pounding like a sledgehammer.
Shit. Yeah, this bit is timed, and it's really annoying.
Get off the bridge!
Trying to figure out. Oh. Bullshit. I'm trying to figure out what the next. Okay, right.
I knew that failure meant boom. Then, finally, at the last moment. Whew. Of course, I was successful, or clearly I wouldn't be talking to you folks here today. Naturally, I removed the last dynamite charge. Well, it was a touching reunion. But by this time, I was thoroughly exhausted and dragging my ass, as I was not a young man anymore.
Who needs youth when you have a double-barreled shotgun? I remember this bit.
Kill that SOB. Make him bleed. Send him to perdition.
Finally, I found those boys. Or more precisely, they found me.
These places Kid Curry asked me. Nuttier than a damn fruitcake. Get around here. Just when I thought things couldn't get worse, Kid Curry opened up on me with a goddamn Gatling.
Damn it! This is the second night in a row that I've said, oh, we'll play a little bit of Gunslinger, and then I'll swap over to Stalker. And then proceeded to just play a fuck ton of Gunslinger. Where? Who shot me? See you later, Dab. Right, Tilly, there is no real problem with just playing a ton of Gunslinger. It's a really fun game. I've been having a lot more fun streaming since I picked games that I can actually the amount of shots it took to try and take out that one man is very much annoying me. Give myself half a moment. Whew.
Just when I thought things couldn't get worse, Kid Curry opened up on me with a goddamn Gatling gun. It was hidden in this tunnel and pretty well shielded.
There we go. This is like the Old Man Clanton fight, but worse. Shit. Once more.
Luckily, I had located some dynamite. I still, however, had my work cut out for me.
Oh, I think I got him. Put too much backspin on that. Nope. There we go.
Tunnel down. And that's when I met Kid Curry himself. He had decided to stop pussyfooting around and deal with me personally.
Wow. I actually... all of the parts that I don't remember having problems with, I'm having a lot more problems with. All of the parts that I remember having a fuck ton of trouble getting through, I'm getting through in an instant. That's weird.
As he was, I was just a bit faster. And as he lay wounded, I demanded to know the whereabouts of Roscoe Bob Bryant. He shouted at me, "Is that what this is about? Bob went with Butch and Sundance to South America. You ain't never finding him." Those were his last words.
So I'm just going to take a moment to figure out how many levels there are in this game, because I can't remember. I think I'm nearing the end. Because I've played it before, it's just been like a year or so. Also, they're teasing, they did some, Techland did like a teaser of a new Call of Juarez game. They posted an image of Silas Greaves with the word, with something about how, and something about a message from Silas Greaves to, I think it was to John Marston, addressing John Marston after the release of Red Dead Revolver. Red Dead Revolver was the first one. Episodes. just did the 130 to hell. So I've got the fight with Jesse James, and then the end. I've only got 3 more levels. I could beat this in 1 more night. Holy fuck, have I played all of this in 2 nights? I could beat this today. I'm gonna beat this today.
So, Bob Bryant got away?
I knew I'd never find him in South America.
What about the other killer?
Yeah, you kind of glossed over that one.
Well, I found Jim not long after my showdown with Ringo. At the time, he was riding with the James Younger gang. Did I neglect to mention that?
Jesse James? The greatest outlaw who ever lived?
Jesse and his kin rode with Quantrill when he raided Lawrence, Kansas, and killed near 200 people, boy.
Nothing great about that.
And from there, him and his brother went on to rob banks and trains from Kansas to Missouri.
Which is why there was such a rich bounty on their heads. 40 grand for both of them, dead or alive. That's one hell of a payday.
Damn it, game. Stop giving spoilers on the loading screen.
I confronted them as they were robbing a train. Bullets were flying at me from every which way. But I knew I'd have to fight my way forward if I was gonna find this Jim.
Wait a second. Now, how'd they stop this train in the first place?
Well, the James boys were experts at this. They hopped a freight train having heard there was a big payroll in the express safe. So, I hopped the same train.
I hit... Okay, I hit the key that it told me to.
The James Younger gang was decimated after that little fiasco they had in Northfield, Minnesota. So Jesse needed more men and took on the killer I was after, along with a host of others. I was hoping to find my man and put a bullet in his head.
That was a little bullshit. I do definitely want the shotgun on this level, though. Oh, that's what shot me.
Climbing around that train, I must have swallowed 100 damn bugs before I reached
James
that.
Younger gang pulled the first train robbery west of the Mississippi.
Sounds like you hold them in high regard.
Everyone knows they were the most famous outlaw gang ever.
And you took them all on by your lonesome. Again. I'm finding this all a little hard to swallow, friend.
Yeah, I want to get the ornate sawn off. Yeah. to go with that route.
Well, maybe you need to wash it down with some whiskey. By the way, did I mention that that train was flying down those tracks like a bat out of hell?
Sorry, son of a bitch. Son of a bitch.
Oof. I just need to double check. Either chat got quiet or... Yeah, nah, chat just got quiet. Just wanted to make sure that Restream hadn't gotten itself disconnected, which it tends to do. The way was covered in corpses.
Anyway, excuse me, Ben. Where would I find the gentleman's facilities? Suddenly I have an urgent need to drain my one-eyed snake. Well, I've had more than a few drinks, and I've been sitting here for quite a spell.
Right through there. Let me show you. I never heard so much malarkey in my life.
You think he's bullshitting us?
You don't think he's Silas
Steve
Green?
doesn't.
I think he's just some old drunk looking for some free liquor.
Alright, Marcos.
I don't know, Jack. I think I believe him. You don't think he met Jesse James?
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That story makes no sense at all.
Jack.
I mean, you gotta be 2 bricks short of a load to believe that cock and bull story.
I don't agree.
Jack, lay off.
You seriously think that tired old man went toe-to-toe with Jesse James?
Well, that's better. Did I mention that this Jim was married to the infamous Belle Starr? Of course, I didn't learn that until later. Anyway, I made my way forward the best I could. Around the sides, over the roof. At some point, some sumbitch saw me and shouted out, "It's the damn Pinkertons!"
It's a damn Pinkerton!
Now, I never worked for that lying cocksucker, but I guess they assumed I was one of his assassins. Those evil bastards firebombed Jesse's mother's house
Damn it.
and killed his stepbrother.
This is the only gun that you can really tell how much ammo you got left in it. Huh. Nice.
You can't fight me, gang!
It was no wonder each and every asshole on that train wanted me dead.
Everybody's always mistaking you for somebody else, aren't they? Why is that, I wonder?
Don't rightly know, Jack. I'm just telling you how I remember it.
I bet you are.
I came across a flat car piled high with logs and had to come up with a creative way to make my way forward. I wondered if I was ever going to find the front of that train, or the bastard I was after. Right about then, I was attacked by some asshole on a Gatling gun.
In the middle of a train.
Do a lot of them.
Asshole?
Gatling guns.
Yes, I did. Now, I don't remember how I took it out. It was either a bullet or dynamite.
Where would you find dynamite?
Does it really matter, Jack? You're messing with the...
It's clearly not dynamite! I thought I had that through the, I thought I'd get that one through the, doorway. I guess not. Okay, why did it take me out of concentration there? I'm pretty sure I had a fair amount. Let's try this one more time. Should stop. Well, I got him once. Yes! One more shot should do it. There we go. I guess New Game Plus gets you. I guess New Game Plus isn't too difficult when you've got plenty of upgraded equipment. I think most of my guns have been upgraded. At this point. I love how bandits and murderers are yelling at me for being a murderer.
I was looking for Jim and shooting any son of a bitch stupid enough to get in my way. And that included Jesse James himself. We sure were a lot of men determined to die that day.
Huh, I just got an achievement. Full blast. I'm assuming that's for killing a shotgunner point blank with a bullet to the head. I just saw Jesse's health bar, so I'm assuming I'll run into him soon.
It was
And the
then
game
that
glitched
Jesse
slightly.
detached the express car from the rest of the damn train.
Ooh.
I could see Jesse waiting for me, fixing to kill me so he could get away with all that money.
I out-shotgunned the shotgunner.
Showdown with Jesse James?
Of course he didn't. Everybody knows that Jesse was killed by Bob Ford. Yeah, Jesse went out like John Wesley Hardin. Coward shot him in the back of the head.
Guess it doesn't matter how far you run, does it, Ben? Your past always catches up with you. didn't kill Jesse James. Just wounded him bad enough to convince him to hang up his guns.
What about that Jim fella? What happened to him?
I figure he was up front with a gun to the engineer's head. That bastard slipped away again. I'll tell you how I got him. But first I need to wet my whistle.
Okay, 2 more levels. Not even 5 a.m. yet. Started this at what, 1:30 in the morning? Probably thereabouts. So I've been streaming for a couple of hours. Not too long as far as streams go. Just Jim. Just that asshole Jim.
After my showdown with Jesse, I continued to track his brother, Frank, and that son of a bitch Jim. I followed those bastards into the high mountains as they were going to ground.
What mountains would that be?
Somewhere in the Ozarks, I believe. The perfect place to hide out from the authorities. In fact, before I could find them, some Indians who fled the Reds and were hiding out from the military found me first. They probably thought I was a cavalry scout and didn't want me telling the military where they were.
Indians?
Yeah, they could have been Cheyenne, but there was all sorts of renegades roaming the landscape back then.
Oof. Yeah, I was gonna try and climb that up for some high ground, but I guess it's not meant to be. Oh, I'm a terrible shot if I can't hit a person running straight at me.
Hey, how about another whiskey, Ben? Nothing better to soothe the troubled soul.
Yeah, this is the part where Silas starts getting a little drunk.
Now, where was I? Indians, right. I had more than my share of run-ins with the Red Men. Like that time. Did I tell you about Grey Wolf?
Yes, sir. You did.
Ah, of course I did. In fact, I can still remember that old medicine man's words to me.
Jesus Christ, we're back to that again.
You carry great darkness in your heart. It will claim your soul. You will come to this place again and kill many more men.
Before taking a bullet right to the skull.
Like that time. Did I tell you about Grey Wolf?
Yes, sir. You did.
Ah, of course I did. In fact, I can still remember that old medicine man's words to me.
Jesus Christ, we're back to that again.
You carry great darkness in your heart. It will claim your soul. You will come to this place again and kill many more men, and the darkness will grow until it consumes everything you are.
So, did you ever find him?
Who?
The man you were after.
Let me ask you something, Ben. You ever think about death?
Mr. Greaves, are you all right?
Ooh, death. Oh, death. Won't you spare me over till another year? What is this that I can't see with ice cold hands taking hold of me? Well, I am death, none can excel. I'll open the door to heaven or hell. Oh, death, someone would pray. Could you wait to call me another day? Oh, death. Oh, death, won't you spare me over till another year?
So are you gonna answer the question?
What question is that?
Jim Reed. Did you ever find him?
Reed was indeed that son bitch's surname. That's right, Ben. A despicable character. I remember him laughing like a hyena that cold morning they lynched me and my brothers. He was intent on avoiding my vengeance, but nothing was gonna stop me. Nothing.
I have not played Mark of the Ninja. I think I have it in my Steam library somewhere. I haven't played it myself.
I finally did track those outlaws down. They had long rifles with scopes and were well positioned to pick off any poor soul who came anywhere close.
Too much bloom.
I'm guessing Frank James believed I was responsible for the demise of his brother Jesse. I couldn't really disagree with the man, as I thought Jesse was dead then as well. He backed off as I closed in on him, but he was still intent on killing me. And when I closed in on him again, he backed off again, looking for a better angle on me. Hell, I can't fault Frank for wanting his revenge, as I was there for the same damn reason myself. At this point, I'm guessing you think Silas Greaves is a worse murderer than Jim Reed ever was.
At this point, I'm wondering how the hell Silas Greaves made it through all this.
Isn't that why you were hunting the James gang?
The James gang. Right. I finally found Frank holed up in his mountain cabin, and he was determined to have me dead.
Right, it is still a run cover to cover bit, not a shoot back bit.
It was a pitched battle that could have gone either way. Luckily, I had some dynamite in my possession.
Dynamite. On your person.
A few sticks, just in case. It's always good to be prepared.
Right.
I'm just laying out the facts as I remember them, Jack.
Right, I'm just trying to hit the hideout, not the person. A little of both, Albertus. Shit, they were still in there. I thought that the thing was dead. I am trying to kill the house.
And that son of a bitch! Take him out! He's just one man! Put him down! You want him? That's dead!
There we go. No point in even shooting.
That old shack? Well, it went tumbling right off that cliff.
With Frank James still in it?
Yes, sir.
But Frank James is still alive, living in Missouri, showing folks around the family farm for 25 cents a tour.
I didn't say he died in the fall, now did I?
I'm done with this damnable outlaw life. Kill me, don't kill me, do what you will. At this point, I just don't give a shit.
I explained to Frank that I had nothing against him personally and that I was looking for someone else.
You want Reed? Have at him. I never did like that bastard. I am done here.
Oh, those fucking mutton chops.
We parted in peace as Frank pointed out the path to my prey before making his way back down the hill.
He would not have survived that fall. No, Dwight is Dwight's name. And he is a famous person.
Hiding in a nearby cave. First, I had to dispatch the lookouts.
Nope, wrong button.
I was determined not to let that murderer escape my revenge again.
I'm getting tired and I'm starting to rush. New skill. Throw back enemy dynamite. And Sixth Sense. And now I have the ornate sawn-off.
But rather than wander in willy-nilly, I decided it would be better to smoke that son-of-a-bitch out. Hey, Reed! I shouted. No wonder you're so ornery. Can't be easy being married to Belle Starr. While you're off providing for the family, she's spreading her legs for every Tom, Dick, and Cole.
Who is Dwight? Oh, it'll say later.
Woman exactly, but very
It says right at the end of the
friendly.
game.
She was to me.
And I'm gonna beat it soon.
Son of a bitch!
It was then that the last bunch of bandits jumped out of hiding.
Why won't this asshole give up? Would someone please kill him?
Really, none of those are hitting that guy. I'm not a... I'm not okay with that. I'm able to dodge one bullet, not dance around 12. Chuck dynamite. It's not really helpful in this. Well, it might be.
Why won't this asshole give up? Would someone please kill him?
The triple double barrel. I will do that again once I have an opportunity. Well. There we go.
Eventually, it was just me and Reed.
Yeah, I know. I mentioned that was right there. It's just that is not a good situation to be using the sawn off.
So I could repay him for what he did to my brothers.
Damn it. Run and gun in that situation? No. No, that would be a terrible idea. There we go.
And repay him I did.
Alright, I believe this is the last level. So I'll just leave it for next No. I wouldn't do that. I'm this close to the end. I'm gonna finish.
Well, I don't know about you boys, but I'm pretty beat.
Well, it's too damn bad you never found that Bob character. Seems a shame he never had to pay.
Well, funny thing about that, I did have one more chance at him.
Back to episode 7.
6 months ago, I heard that Butch and Sundance were back in the States and had gathered up some of their old gang. I tracked them down, hoping that Roscoe Bob Bryant had returned with them.
So you're saying they didn't die down in Bolivia?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff about that. About how about how Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid probably didn't die in a shootout down there. One of them probably took on an assumed name and died in a retirement home in, like, the 60s. I think it was the 60s. Yeah, I'm this close. There's no way I'm just gonna leave it for tonight at this point. I'm a little sad to be done with this game so soon, but
40 years I had waited to get my hands on the last of my brother's killers. Not even an army of demons could have stopped me now.
Honestly, I kind of want to try the sawn-off rifle. No. Sawed-off rifle. No, I'm hitting... Come on. Ornate sawed-off. And sawn-off rifle. I'm just curious what the advantage of this thing is. Is it just faster, or is it... Aw, because I don't have the...
Both Johnny Ringo and Jim Reed fell fairly quickly. But the last one... Roscoe Bob Bryant.
Actually gonna restart this mission, because I didn't realize how badly sawn-offs fuck up those little sections.
Well, I don't know about you boys, but I'm pretty beat.
I mean, I guess I don't know what I thought, because I don't have... That's a little annoying. The good, the bad, and the dead.
For 40 years I had waited to get my hands on the last of my brother's killers. Not even an army of demons could have stopped me now.
Oh, apparently it doesn't. This just...
Both Johnny Ringo and Jim Reed fell fairly quickly. But the last one, Roscoe Bob Bryant, that son of a bitch had managed to escape my vengeance time and time again. I couldn't even be certain I'd recognize him after all those years. By now, he had to be close to 70.
For all you know, he could have been dead.
That thought had indeed crossed my mind, as did others. For instance, did my thirst for vengeance turn me into
revolvers are just kind of better than the sawn-offs. The full shotgun's actually pretty good. The sawn-offs are kind of meh. It just takes so many hits to kill anyone when you're at any kind of different distance.
A man with no family, no friends, no
But either
purpose
way.
except shooting Bob Bryant dead. Nothing could stop me from taking his life. I've been after that.
This is the
killer
point where
forever.
Silas starts getting scary.
The time I rode with Billy the Kid, but that chapter of my story you already
It stops
know.
being him telling a goofy tall tale and starts being him getting serious about murdering a man.
Roaming a ghost town dead almost 2 decades. Town was falling apart, just like me. But I wasn't about to call it quits. Even though the ghosts of my dead brothers were begging me to end what I started so long ago.
Mr. Graves, are you all right? Would you like some water?
The Wild Bunch knew I was there. They were after a treasure they had hidden before they fled, buried in the grave of a dead amigo. Some folks think the town is haunted, so they figured there wouldn't be many people poking around.
There we go. I swear this wasn't here a second ago. Someone following me? And I know they aren't, because that's not this isn't that kind of game, but this place is creepy. Where the hell am I meant to go? First floor over here. Gotcha.
I intended to fill that grave with Bob Bryant's corpse. But like I said, the bandits knew I was on to them. They lured me in and hit me with everything they had.
I actually didn't get to shoot that guy. Oh, I should have thrown that back. Yeah, this is odd. Or they're not doing ambushes very well. Not really. Nope.
But you obviously prevailed since you're sitting here down.
Actually, in that moment, I did not prevail.
So I suppose we're talking to a ghost.
Funny you should put it like that, Jack.
What?
Because when I woke up,
From the dead?
there was silence all around me. I could swear to God I saw Billy then.
Billy who?
Billy, the kid. William Bonney. He was shooting at me from a rooftop. Here, and there, even over there.
So I am right. You are touched in the head.
Mr. Greaves, perhaps we should switch you to coffee?
You see that old Indian again, too?
No, but I did see Billy's killer, Patrick Floyd Garrett. He came at me guns a-blazing. But I knew that old war horse had died 2 years before. I wondered if maybe I was dead too and confronting the ghosts of my past. Perhaps all my sins were coming back to haunt me and drag me down to perdition. I saw Henry Plummer throw dynamite at me.
I should probably switch to the single. They all only take one shot to go down, and or 2 shots to go down. It's a hell of a lot easier.
In the gates of the cemetery, I saw John Wesley Hart, just like I remembered him.
This bit I remember wanting 2 guns for.
Robert Ollinger appeared with his terrible double-barrel shotgun. No ghost army was stopping me.
My father-in-law got hit with a fallen branch. He spent the rest of his life talking to dogs.
Newman Hayes Clanton, William Brocious, John Peters Ringo, they all wanted me dead.
This bit's rough because it's hard to actually tell what's shooting at you. No, I have no memory of that Ben Shapiro guy, Ben Shapiro.
They all wanted me dead.
Yeah, this is a rough bit of the game. I think I'm gonna stick... I'm actually gonna try the
Newman
rifle.
Hayes Clanton, William Brocious, John Peters Ringo, they all wanted me dead.
Come on. the ghosts in the...
Newman Hayes Clanton, William Brocious, John Peters Ringo, they all wanted me dead.
There we go.
Robert and Grattan, guardians of the Garden of the Dead. George Curry and Harvey Logan, alias Kid Curry, both thirsty for vengeance from the great beyond.
I am frantically hitting my keys to reload.
Jesse, Woodson, James, and Jim Reed. Each one deader than the next. I thought I would go crazy. Thought.
Damn it.
The Dalton brothers, Robert and Grattan, guardians of the
I'm a little
Garden of
further
the Dead.
along.
George Curry and Harvey Logan, alias Kid Curry, both thirsty for vengeance from the great beyond. Jesse, Woodson, James, and Jim Reed. Each one deader than the next.
Oh, come on! Was the floating floating ghost corpse enough to block a bullet?
The Garden of the Dead. George Curry and Harvey Logan, alias Kid Curry, both thirsty for vengeance from the great beyond. Jesse, Woodson, James, and Jim Reed. Each one deader than the next. I thought I would go crazy. Thought.
Okay.
Finally, I saw Harry Alonzo Longabaugh.
The Sundance Kid?
Like a general leading his legion of the dead.
You told us before that you'd seen him alive.
I didn't see him either way.
Finally, I saw Harry Alonzo Longabaugh.
The Sundance Kid?
Like a general leading his legion of the dead.
You told us before that you'd seen him alive.
He was alive.
Nope. I need to put some distance between me and the shotgun. Damn it! Bulletproof ghosts. Never heard of them? They're very common. Yeah. I'm sure the sea bear would tell me that. Okay. I need to put more distance between me and the shotgun. Where is he? Where'd he go? Asshole, I'm the only one who's allowed to use cover. Nope. Let me fucking run, there's cover over here. On. Ah, there he is. I actually couldn't see him. Okay.
A voice called to me from afar. It was Robert Leroy Parker, a.k.a. Butch Cassidy, coming at me from out of the fog.
Thanks for taking care of that bastard.
Just about it.
But the kid wasn't quite deceased. Not yet.
Takes more than one little bullet to kill the likes of me, partner.
Those two looked like they hadn't seen each other for quite a while. Clearly, they were no longer amigos.
Shit. I was hoping I wouldn't have to kill you.
You won't have to, Butch. I'm killing you first.
I asked them about Bob Bryant, but they were too busy with their own heated conversation.
Let me get this shit straight. You want my money and the love of my life?
You frittered it all away, Butch. Eda's mine. So is that damn money.
I didn't want to shoot anybody until I had an answer to my question, but those boys didn't give me much of a choice.
Yeah, I already shot Could look at either of them. Oh shit, I was supposed to be. I'm about to die. Who was even pointing at me? He's looking at me. Oh, I can only focus on whoever's looking at me. Right. I wish that this is one of those things that they really should have taught earlier in the game. But it's only really used for this one bit. And it works out about as well as you'd think.
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid died there in that cemetery not 6 months ago.
And this is the end.
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid were killed by the Bolivian army. Everybody knows that.
That's the legend, but it ain't the truth.
So, you never found Bob? There is no Bob. This old sumbitch ain't even Silas Greaves.
Sir, is that true? Have you been pulling our legs this whole time?
Well, not the whole time.
Oh, man, I think you've worn out your welcome here.
Maybe you're right, Jack. Maybe it's time to pay. You see, Ben, or should I say Bob, your past always catches up with you.
I was a different man back then, crazy. Drinking, I've changed my ways, I swear to you. If I could turn back the clock,
But you can't, Bob.
I'm going to go with redemption because I believe this is the only way you can get the bit of information on who Dwight is.
Telling those tales, knowing all along. Why not just lay your cards on the table?
Wanted to suss you out, Bob. See what kind of man you turned out to be. Maybe prod you into drawing on me. See, all those years on your trail turned me into a killer. Can't even remember who I was before you tried to murder me. You, on the other hand, walked that very same path in exactly the opposite direction.
What do you mean by that?
You think your life is worth sparing, Bob? Boy, what's your name again?
It's Eisenhower, sir. Dwight Eisenhower.
What do you plan to do with your life, Dwight Eisenhower?
Tomorrow I'll be leaving for West Point, sir.
So, you want to be a soldier? Well, then do it right, son. Don't tear down the world out of anger and spite like I did. You build it up. You do something decent with your life, you hear me?
Sir? Yes, sir.
I won't have it said I left you with nothing, Bob.
And that's the game. So yeah, Dwight was Dwight Eisenhower, general during World War II, and then president of the U.S.
Won't you spare me over till another year?
This is a game I really like, and I really hope that the little promotional bits and pieces they showed recently were actually meant to tease another Call of Juarez game. Either another one with the McCalls, or another one with... Well, I don't really think another one with Silas Greaves would make much sense. He's a fun character, but I really can't see anything continuing this story. Yeah, this is a really fun game. It's got a story that was a lot better than I was expecting it to be, and the first time I played it, that is. Gameplay that I just really enjoy. I'm gonna let the credits roll just because all the people involved in this game deserve that. And yeah, Sam Riegel is the name of the voice actor of Dwight. I thought the person who mentioned that earlier was talking about who he went on to be. Yeah, he's voiced by Sam Riegel. I've got most of the secrets in this game, actually, come to think of it. There's a few that I have left to grab, but not too many. I don't know. I might go back at some point and just try and grab the last few that I didn't manage to get the first time. Anyway, next stream is definitely going to be more Shadow of Chernobyl. And I'm really tempted to install Dolphin again and find a ROM of Red Dead Revolver, which everyone keeps forgetting existed, and kind of makes me sad, because it was... See you later, Talimi. But yeah, Revolver, I really enjoyed that one. I never quite beat it. I've still got it for the PlayStation 2 downstairs, but I don't have any kind of capture thing for the PS2. I'd need an actual capture device for that. PC compliance team. I'm not sure if... What? I don't think I've ever stuck with the credits long enough to hear this song. I think the first time I left and... What? This is pretty good. I have somehow missed this song every single time I've played this game. This is great. I'm probably gonna get a copyright claim on this video because this song is probably in the system for copyright stuff. I didn't realize Techland was, I'm assuming, Polish? Holy fuck, Dolby Digital actually calls it the double D symbol. That's great. But yeah, that's the game. I'm gonna go get some sleep, because I've got movie night to run tonight. If you're in the Discord server, movie night is every other Monday. Tonight is terrible movies to make fun of night. Our lineup is The Room, Johnny Destiny Space Ninja, which is a late 70s, early 80s Korean bootleg of Gundam from back when anime was banned for import in Korea because of tensions between Korea and Japan. But there was a market there, and they had a lot of the keyframes, so they'd just make crappy knockoffs that were good enough to sell there. The Room, Johnny Destiny Space Ninja, Amsterdamned, and the House of the Dead movie. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a mix of hard to watch bad and cheesy bad. And I think I'm gonna try and find the terrible dub of Amsterdam. I've heard it's slightly better in its original language, but the dub has so many... The dub is so bad that the Smithy Awards picked it up, even though they usually have a rule of no dubs. Anyway, I'm gonna go get some sleep. This has been a really good stream. I'll probably be back later with Stalker after movie night, which probably be around midnight. Yeah, Eastern Standard. Have a good one, everyone.